Episode of the Matt and Max Show, episode number 6. We had it was a good time. I had a good time yesterday with you on the show. It went for 2 hours,
Yeah,
longer than we expected because we did the Chris Psycho Lewis episode and our reaction to, what he had to say. He also jumped in the comments. And at the end of the day, the consensus was people agreed with me and us,
yeah,
and that was good to see. You know,
yeah,
the
yeah,
respect there, and they saw the points that Chris made, and they saw the points that I made, and the consensus was, yeah, Matt, it makes sense. There's no reason for Chris Michael Lewis to be dragging your name through the mud based on you giving a critique of an athlete. It was just
right,
pretty dumb.
right.
So, but we're going to jump into the New York Pro, and then we're also going to take a look at Mack Truck's update that's 8 weeks out, brother. Yeah, buddy. We'll be reviewing his physique as we go here. And so, New York Pro. Let's just jump into the scorecard first because that's out now.
That one was
So,
interesting.
yeah, I'm going to share my screen here. All right. See that
Yes.
pop up? Okay. All right. So obviously Nick Walker won. We all know that. But it was close. I had Nick, winning the show fairly convincingly. But the judges think to seem otherwise, where it's a 1 point, wow, 1 point victory over Martin Fitzwater. After you've now reviewed the photos and video that's out there, Mac, do you agree with the judging? Do you think it was that close? 1 point. That Martin Fitzwater came in within 1 point from a top three Mr. Olympia competitor, Arnold Classic former champion. Do you think that's accurate in their assessment? I mean, they're the judges, so we got to
Yeah.
obviously.
Well, you know, once again, guys, disclaimer: we giving our opinion. We're not challenging the judges. We're not saying that they did the wrong thing. We just stating our opinion
Mhm.
off top. So we don't want another mishap of someone thinking that we trash talking.
No.
But from my judgment and opinion, I didn't see it being no 1 point. I didn't see it being that close. I seen Nick Walker winning by a whole lot more points, and not because Nick Walker has so much muscle, has all this conditioning. It's because Nick Walker came ready for war. Physique was extremely well. I know when he did the guest posing, I critiqued his mistakes of not controlling his midsection because I know he made a rookie mistake, but I also stated that when he get on that stage, he's not going to make any of those mistakes, and he proved me right. Now, I think that the judges went that way because Martin was a breath of fresh air. You know, it was new. He was extremely new to those. He has a really good looking physique. I'm gonna always go back to saying he has black man genetics,
Mhm.
muscle bellies, tie-ins, and everything. So for someone to come in with the same, close to the same amount of muscle and conditioning, of course he was going to challenge him. But to be that close, I didn't expect that because it says a lot about Martin for him to have to lose by 1 point. That mean all of the
Man.
judges agreed that he was there except one. And um, I just think it was because he was new to the
Hmm.
light again. Because his last showing when he did the Texas, he wasn't this Martin Fitz. So
No.
he brought it all together, and he brought it exactly how I said he would need it to be for him to challenge Nick, and that was extremely dry because he already carried the fullness. He was extremely dry
Yeah.
and really hard. So he challenged him. I just didn't think that he was going to surpass all the other guys that he surpassed with ease because his scoring was pretty close to being flawless.
Yeah. We're looking at the scorecard here. Nick has four in pre-judging and four in finals, and then you have Martin with five in judging and five in finals. So he was only 1 point ahead in both the prejudging and the finals. There wasn't any improvement. There wasn't any, backtrack on that and going up and down or finals or prejudging and stuff like that. So, um, very, very interesting call here by the judges. And I had it a little bit bigger gap than that,
Right.
simply because Nick Walker is just a lot larger than Martin, and the conditioning was, on par with Martin. Maybe Martin was a little bit more dried out from the back and the hamstrings and the glutes area, but then in some other areas, Nick was just as lean from the front, throughout the midsection and the quads. So, and from the side. So I think, Nick Walker being 20 pounds heavier with, obviously Nick Walker would probably even say himself that his physique isn't aesthetically pleasing as Martin Fitzwater's, but Nick would probably say, if he was talking to us right now, I was like, yeah, man, I outsized him, I outmassed him. I beat him in,
Out conditioning.
disposed that. Yeah, out conditioned in some of the areas. Nick knows, and he said after the show, yeah, I got to come in a little tighter. We're going to come in tighter
Yeah.
for the Olympia. But
Yeah.
I think this was Nick's overall his best look to date. Some people are saying his conditioning wasn't as good as previous shows. Maybe it wasn't as good, but you need to come in with that combination of the fullness, the
Yeah.
size, and the
Yeah.
conditioning. His glutes are still in, the hamstrings are peeled. So he's not flat like he was at the Arnold, and he placed second to Samson because of that.
Right.
So he said, I'm not doing that
Right.
again. Coming back, I'm full, I'm bursting, vascularities showing through nice. He doesn't look flat. He's polished. The chest and the arms look huge. Delts, striations in the delts and the chest, like
His
he,
quads.
his quads.
He-
People are
And
saying
the
his quads aren't.
most,
Yeah, people are saying his quads didn't get any bigger. I think his quads are bigger.
his quads definitely got bigger. His
Yeah,
quads
and the
got bigger.
hamstrings, man.
You know, he has a better stance with them now, to where he show his abductors even better from the
Yeah,
front, to where it creates a really good illusion of a sweep.
yeah,
Because from the pictures that he was putting on Instagram, you couldn't see a sweep, but right on the New York Pro stage versus the Pittsburgh stage, he positioned those legs extremely well to front of front. They didn't look short as they normally do, and they looked a whole lot fuller, um and his glutes look better than they ever did to me, actually, because he
yeah,
don't have deep striated glutes. He have thin skin on his glutes. They're way bigger, they way harder. His back is tremendously bigger,
hmm,
you know. It's just Martin have more of a 3D turtle shell on his back. So of course it's going to look like his back is really challenging Nick, but Nick, he put a lot of muscle on his back. His back area, I always say, is his strong area to
hmm,
me, but his legs definitely came up, his delts came up, that
yeah,
back came up. So he
yeah,
brought to the stage a new improved Nick. It's just Nick can't improve anymore. He
yeah,
maxed it out. And the beauty of Martin is he can improve some more. Martin like 230. So he can improve some more by putting on a little more muscle, and it won't sacrifice his midsection because it's already extremely small. So let's say his midsection is a 30, 31. He can afford to get it to 32 for an extra 10 pounds all
yeah.
over. So, and it'll still be extremely small. Like, I tip my hat to Nick for getting that big injury that he had in his calf and his hamstring, and got on that stage and pulled a Branch Warren to where you can't pinpoint which leg was damaged.
Yeah, you can't tell nothing. And he made improvements in the legs, which is insane. I don't think Nick is tapped out. I think he can still put a little bit more size on those quads. He's 30 years old. He's not 41, nearing the end,
Right.
and, your legs start to go downward after that. No, he's 30 years old. And dude, he can put some more size on. I know the waist is a little bit of an issue with Nick. We can all admit that. He
But it
admits it
looks good.
himself.
Look at it right
It
here.
it
It
works
looks good.
with his
It
physique.
it looks good with his physique, because he's not known for having a beautiful physique. So for
No.
him to create an illusion of an X frame is amazing. Now, I think the only way he gonna be able to put size on his quads is if he do like the majority of those guys is loading their fucking quads up with oils, you
Yeah.
know. And Nick is old school. He's not loading those freaking quads up with stuff just to create an illusion. And that's what a lot of those guys are doing. A lot of them was on that stage going against him with a lot of oil in certain areas.
Hmm.
And that's the only way because he it's like a woman with no hips. You can never
Yeah.
tell that she have a big butt from the front. Now a woman with hips coming towards your way, 9 times out of 10, she have a nice ass behind her.
Yeah.
So Nick just doesn't have that extra tie-ins of them sweeps, and
Hmm.
he maxed them pretty to the point right now because we see it, and he positions his legs extremely well at this competition to where it gave us a better illusion. Because normally from the front, his lower half looked extremely short, and by him angling those legs, bringing those abductors into play, it's like how Hottie does it, and it created a thicker, dense leg. It's just in order for him to bring those out, he would have to put the oils in them. He had to do like a lot of these dudes creating muscle. And Nick, too old school. He's young, but he's extremely old school, and he's going to do it the old school way. So that's why I always give Nick even more of a praise
Yeah.
because he's doing it the old school way. He's not making excuses. He's not woe is me, and he's improving with the genetics that he has. And it's improving. I just feel like what more improvement can he make, because our body can only do so much without having to create this site injection physique and a cartoonish look. He don't have a cartoonish look. He has a beast look. Like if I didn't have the shape I have, I would choose to go with looking like Nick Walker. He's the guy that
Mm.
walk in the building and people's automatically know he's a bodybuilder, whether he's wearing a polo shirt or a jacket. You could look at him like, yeah, that dude's a bodybuilder or he's a football player. He has that look.
Well,
And
let me pause you here because people in the comments are saying, the JMC says Weinberger openly said size is number one in his interview with you. Yes,
yeah,
that's why you guys like that's why Nick
you
is beating
stated
out.
that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Steve said that size matters. Okay, and this is bodybuilding. This isn't classic physique. This isn't men's
Right,
physique. This is bodybuilding. We gotta remember
right.
that, guys. It's about size. That's why these guys get as big as they do, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't be lacking at 20 pounds under the guy beside you that has a great physique, has the shape, has the symmetry, has the conditioning, but he's down 20 pounds next to you to think you're going to beat him. Sometimes that happens, like Dexter Jackson, for example, beat
Yeah, yeah.
some
A
giants
William
standing.
Bonac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
William Bonac, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when they're on the money and they're shredded and everything's where it needs to be, they can beat a bigger guy. But you really have to be coming with the tools to do that, and that's what Dexter Jackson was able to do.
Right.
But Martin Fitzwater, he can still there's still room for improvement. He needs to work on his back lat spread. That's where Nick beat him. I
Yeah.
think Tyler Manning, when he comes out with his assessment, is going to say Nick beat. Which let's I'm going to say right now. Here's the poses that I think Nick beat Martin in. He beat him in the rear lat spread. He beat him in the back double bicep. He beat him in the side chest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he beat him in the side tricep. So he's got him in 1, 2, 3 poses so far, and then he beat him in the most muscular.
Most
That's 4,
muscular.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Tyler might give it the front double bicep to Nick, because look at his arms. Okay, it's biceps, front double biceps. So you need to look at the biceps. Who has better biceps? That's Nick Walker. So I think he's
Yeah.
got at least 5 poses out of them, right? So he beats him by a few.
Right.
So that's what I think Tyler Manning would say. And then the other poses that Martin would win would be maybe the front lat spread, but even Martin's front lat
Abdominals
spread
and thigh,
and ab and
front
thigh. Yeah.
lats,
Yes. So a couple of poses and maybe side tricep.
inside tricep.
We'll go look at
Yeah.
Martin, and that's how close it was. But
Yeah.
which is good for Martin. So you look at that, like the front lat spread, you can see it's kind of he can't open that shoulder. See how that one shoulder on the
Yeah, he need to continue building on his side delts,
yes,
on his laterals. That's it. Once he get them laterals firing more and more like a Nick Walker, that
yeah,
front lat spread is going to be extremely deadly for him.
yeah, and then the front double bicep. Yeah, I would probably give that to Nick Walker for sure because
Yeah, I definitely
right,
like his bicep. And Nick has the bicep plus everything is extremely tight from the chest to
hard
the
muscle.
abs and the quads and the calf. Like everything is like granite. It's hard
Yeah,
like granite. So yeah, I would give that to Nick as well.
and then side chest. Martin has a phenomenal side chest, but just
Yeah.
he's not as big. You get size matters. Comes
Yeah, that
bodybuilding.
side chest, that width is what
Yeah.
um everyone is looking at. Now, Martin, he's for him to be about 20 pounds under Nick for that show,
Hmm.
he really held the candle next to him.
Yes.
He should be proud of himself, you know. It's
Yeah.
just the judging was so close. I didn't expect the score to be that close.
No, I didn't expect it to be that close.
Yeah.
Back to the bicep, you can see where he's giving up a lot of muscle in the back there. It's great shape,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the mass that Nick holds in that shot compared to Martin is just you can see it, right? He's got to flare out these lats more. He's got to build some width
Yeah.
to his back still. And then one of his worst poses, I think, is his rear lat spread. It's just
Yeah,
not.
he's not hitting it all the way right because like I say, if he continue building his delts, side delts, I think it'll help create a better illusion because if you look at it on that right shoulder, it's just going flat
Mhm.
down with the tricep. It's not bulging, like
Yeah,
it's not capped at all. So he just have to like his side delts and rear delts, he got to give them the same amount of tension, if not more, that he's giving his front delts.
abdomen thighs, great pose. That's probably a pose he
That's
beats
him.
Nick. Yeah,
That's him all day.
yeah.
His chest even thick as hell in that pose. In that pose.
And I really like this pose on him. Like this is a really
Yeah, like he
fantastic.
looks so big in this
Yeah,
pose. You
traps are
see
good.
his
Yeah.
front delts. Now
Yes,
imagine them sides and rears being as dominant as they are in the front.
yes.
When you do his
Yeah,
rear
good point.
lats and rear
Yeah,
double, it'll
yeah,
be
yeah. He's got to work on the rear delts.
delt.
Yeah. So that's Martin and Nick. I do want to talk a little bit about Tonio. Now, someone in the comments said, who had oil? Sneak dissing. So you said oil, people oil in the quad.
It's
Like,
a lot of us that get on stage put oil in our certain areas.
mhm,
So it's not pinpointing one person and it's not a sneak diss. Those that know Mac Truck send directs. I
mhm.
don't send subliminals. I send directs. It's a lot of us put oil in certain areas. So I'm speaking as in general. Me, myself, I don't. I'm quite sure Nick Walker, if he was to put him in his quads, he could create side sweeps. So I'm just speaking in general. I'm
Okay.
not dissing or sneak dissing because only peoples with sneak diss is those that throw stones and hide their hands.
Yeah, you weren't speaking about anyone at the New York Pro in particular. You're just saying that people, in order to get the
Yeah,
quads
in
bigger,
general.
yeah, they use
And they
that.
really do it NPC. NPC is oversaturated with it.
Mhm.
So I don't want to just try to pick a person out my head.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answered this guy question,
Yep.
but
Yep.
I didn't sneak this no one.
No.
Look, he
Uh,
brought those deep lines and those quads like
yeah.
I knew he would. This right here for Martin to beat this version of Tonio, Martin really came with his A game, but Tonio looks phenomenal in this front lat spread.
Mhm. He to me, I can tell he's not as lean. Look at the pecs; they're not strided when he's flexing the pecs.
I don't think he was squeezing his pecs
He's
more
not
with
hit.
that.
Okay, he's not hitting it.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
well,
was
let's see when he
mainly
does.
just flaring his delts and lats. I don't think he really squares his pecs on that one.
Let's see when he squeezes the pecs if they're strided. not much. They're kind of striated, but they're not. He needs to bring that chest up a lot.
Yeah,
It's a weaker body
because
part for him.
his delts and arms are so dominant to where
Hmm.
now they're outgrowing his chest.
Hmm.
But overall, the things he have to correct is very um minimum, is not much, you
Yeah.
know.
What do you think
So,
about the delts? Do you think the delts are a little full? Like, do you think need a bit more striations in them? You think there's a reason why there's not as much striations in his delts?
well, in my honest opinion, I think when he was prepping and injecting his stuff, he
Hmm.
focused on his delts more instead of just going to the lats that
Yeah.
close into to where that it took the movement out of his delts to where that he couldn't activate them to be striated like how they normally are. So I think
Yeah.
he focused on those last um 8 days of putting all his injections in his delts instead of solely into his rear delts and lats, because normally you know you should revert to just rear delts and lats for the last 8 9 days 10 days. If you're doing your injections every day, try to
Yeah.
leave the delts alone, because that's the negative outcome that you would get is your delts won't be moving. They won't get the pumpkins and the striations in them,
Yeah.
and we know he has that. So that's
Yeah.
how I'm like he put his injection straight to his delts for these last
Yeah.
8 to 10
Yeah.
days.
Tonio, like again, you saw Martin and Nick Walker with striations in their delts, and these are big
Yeah,
guys, and they have striations. So that's another thing him and his coach need to go back home and discuss. Is like, okay, we're missing these fine details that these other guys that are bigger than us have. He's a lighter guy, so he should be like the Dexter has. You see Dexter
yeah,
Jackson's delts; those are the most
yeah. Bananas,
striated fucking delts you'll
bananas,
ever
bro.
see,
Yeah,
right? And then
bananas.
so I can't compare him, you know,
Like
fully
right here,
now.
they look really good.
They're
It's
still
just
not
that one peak on the side delts. Like I say, I could tell that's where he was
okay.
putting the last few days of his injections. He should have just focused on his rear delts and his lats.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be delts, sides, fronts, our quad sweeps. The last few days leading into it, but I think in his defense, he was
Hmm.
going against some mass monsters, and he had to create illusion. But what Tonio need to always remember and never forget is when he play his game in his lane, he's hard to beat.
Hmm.
He's not nothing to just be overlooked, because I had him in my in my predictions as challenging Nick. Like you
Yeah, me
see
too.
from
I had
the
him coming
rear
second.
how his delts just
Pop.
pop. That's what Martin is missing, but his is popping entirely too much. I don't know if it was inflammation or he tried to get a massage in those
Mhm.
areas, but whatever it was, it changed. What changed for him was his delts. I think that was um the deciding factor with that. But Tonio, long as he play his game, like he's dangerous playing his game. He don't need to play the
Yeah.
size game because he
I
has so much muscle to be such a small frame.
Yeah, I would
You
say
know,
that where Tony needs to work on is the hamstrings. He needs to bring in the abductor. He needs to bring in
yeah,
the
his
gap
abductors.
in between the
Yeah, his
legs here.
abductors.
He's got to
Yeah,
be tighter. He's got to be drier. Compare Martin's. This thing about Martin's glutes and comparing to this
yeah.
makes Tony look 3 4 weeks out compared to Martin, right? Like that's the difference we're looking at here, guys.
Yeah. I just I know his cortisone levels rose in this competition,
Something happened. Yeah,
because he was trying to defend his title, and the
yeah. It's
cortisone
pressure.
levels is it like because leading up to it, like a day, 2 days out, when he posts his pictures, you could see certain things. Now his abductors was never fully in, because that's something that just ain't gonna leave. You got to build that muscle up. But far as his glutes and his delts and everything, I just think his cortisone level. I think his nerves got to him a little
Mm,
bit. He should have had a little bit of tequila or some red wine
yeah,
to calm that part down, because he the one that has something to lose, because it was his title at that competition. And I
Yeah.
just think he allowed himself to get stressed out without knowing he's stressed out, because this is not no signs of him fucking up on his diet, fucking up on
No,
his training, you
just
know.
the detail in the legs looks better.
Yeah,
But surprisingly, he's not as tight from the back. I've seen him, so it's like interesting,
yeah.
kind of what happened with his physique. I think he can win a pro show this year. There's still some shows he can do. He could do the cow.
Now, I don't know who's doing the cow, but once again, I still have my money on Tonio. For some reason,
Hmm.
I like betting on this guy. You
Yeah,
know, I like putting my money on Tonio because, like, I stood next to this guy and I seen this cartoon character in person, and
yeah.
I see how when he on stage he has fun, and I seen how when we backstage in the pump up he have fun. He's not uptight, you know,
Hmm.
and um, like just with his character, with his stage presence and everything, he has everything. He showed great showman like on the stage. The cow, I have my money on Tonio again for the cow. Even if I was in a competition with him, I would still put my money on him over myself for the simple fact he has everything already there, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
beef.
we're watching out for Tonio. Hopefully, he tightens up in the back if he's
Yeah, he
listening
will.
or they see this. Tighten up, man, because he had lots of time to tighten up from Brazil. So I was expecting to see
Yeah,
him much sharper,
yeah,
but that
yeah.
didn't.
He
Pressure.
yeah, he was tightened up, but he had something to lose for the first time,
Hmm.
you know, with this competition. It wasn't like, you know, when he got the title at the Legion, he didn't go do that again. So the New York Pro is a really big deal. Like he won the ring. He won that one last year. So he has so much pressure on him. And I feel like it played a part with his cortisone levels going
Yeah.
berserk, because those are signs of cortisone levels. That's not signs of that he didn't work hard, because
No.
days out, that shit was tight, dry. You know,
Yeah.
it was there. His delts didn't show no signs of anything. So that's why I was like, wow. Like, but like I said, if Martin come dry, he don't like he play his game. He just had to come dry because he's going to be
Yeah.
harder if
Yeah.
he's drier. His muscles going to show even more. I
Yeah.
said if he
So,
comes dry, Martin is going to be a problem.
yeah.
I said
But
that, but I still had Tonio ahead of him.
yeah, me too. In my predictions, I had Tonio
Yeah,
second,
we
Martin
had pretty
third.
much the same thing
Yeah. So,
on
but
Dennis
Tonio,
James on a podcast. We had pretty much the same thing.
yeah. Yeah. And some of the comments here, they want to talk about Quinton. We're going to get to Quinton. We're just going through the top six, seven here, and
Yeah,
then we'll work our way down, um, and get some of the comments. Do you do you think that Tonio has tools to qualify for the Olympiad this year? Yes,
absolutely,
definitely. Yeah. Um,
absolutely.
uh,
He's definitely going to the Olympia.
MVP says he will not win the Cali. Okay.
So who he's going to lose to, MVP?
I don't know who is doing the cow. Who
I
is
know
doing the
Beef
cow?
doing the cow.
Okay.
Um, I know Tonio's doing the cow.
Okay.
I don't know anyone else, but I know one thing. Tonio is hungry as hell right now from losing his title.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he think that Tonio is not winning the cow,
I would.
he got another thing coming. Tonio
Uh,
coming in there like Nick Walker was, extremely hungry.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against Tonio going to the Cal, especially if it's Tonio versus Beef Stew, and he just beat him here, and this wasn't his
Yeah,
all-time best. And you best believe Tonio's going to come and going to bring the heat for the Cal, probably win the
he's
Cal.
bringing the heat. I'm getting
Yeah,
chill bumps right
yeah,
now thinking about
yeah, man.
it. Getting
So
chill bumps.
let's talk about beef. Move
Okay.
in here to keep it under an hour, and beef came in fourth. The scorecard. Let's see. Stewart, he came in 12 and 12 in prejudging and finals, and Tonio came in 9 and 9. So 18 to 24. So good. That's a good gap there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good gap. So going into the Cal, like we said, Tonio probably going to win that show if it's him versus Beef Stew,
Yeah.
right? The judges
Right.
like Tonio's physique over Beef's by a little bit there for sure.
Yeah.
That's a good spread. So yeah, beef. I guess what I would say, he's got to maybe tighten up a little bit. He was in good
Little,
condition, good density throughout the muscle. He's got one of the best side chests out there.
yeah,
Um, Back double, nice and lean. Glutes are in for the most part. Hamstrings look good. The conditioning is there. Back needs a little bit more thickness and width.
thickness. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Lat spread. He has a good lat spread, actually. It was almost like wider than Walker's. I'm just trying to find it here. There it is. Not bad. It's a good lat spread.
That's
Yeah.
a real good one. You see how
Yeah.
his delts is not lined up with his triceps like Martin.
Hmm.
That's why I'm like Martin need to get those delts, the rears and sides to match his fronts.
Yeah.
Stu, hamstring, glutes, phenomenal. That back,
Mhm.
phenomenal. Nice calves.
Yeah.
Beef King with his best look is just those
Yeah.
guys are a little more. They have a little more dense muscle than him.
Yeah. He just needs more time. He's young. You got to remember, I think he's 27, which is
Yeah,
crazy. I thought I was on the other show, I was like, yeah, I think Beef's like 35, 36. It's like,
yeah.
he's
Nah,
27. I'm like,
he's
oh,
young. One thing
yeah.
about him, he do not really well. He don't talk backstage.
Okay.
He don't talk to like I'm quite sure if you try to start a conversation with him, he'll talk,
Yeah.
but for the most part, he's nibbling on his shit.
Mm.
He's pumping up. He's in his corner. He's laser focused, and he get on that stage and he follow those commands and he deliver.
Yeah.
So I'm glad he grew his hair back
Yeah.
because it brings character to him.
Hmm.
It goes really well with that physique because his physique looks really good. I can't
Well,
really say nothing about it. I just know he going up against some of the best guys at this New York Pro. So for him to take fourth place, he did extremely well.
this guy, Christian Wolski, man, I was very impressed with him.
So that's not the 212 guy, is it?
No, no, he's no, that's Calderon is the 212
Okay,
guy.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So very impressed. His legs are like mind blow. I can't believe the type of quads this guy has. It's just they're so round. And just they look ridiculous. Good calves too. Arms could be a little bit bigger, but he got fifth at the New York Pro. That's no joke. He shocked a lot of people with this physique.
Yeah,
Great front lat
that front
spread.
lat spread look good.
Yeah, delts could be a little bit bigger. There's where you can in the arms, you can see it could be a little
Yeah.
bit bigger there. But his legs are phenomenal. Let's see, side tricep, good side
Oh,
tricep.
that's nice.
Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
he just needs to get bigger body parts, and he can move
Yeah,
up
he
the
just got
ranks.
to enhance what he already have.
Exactly. You just got to get
He just
uh,
enhanced everything that he already had.
good.
Ooh, that rear lat
Yeah, man.
spread is crazy.
Yeah, he should do the Cal or another show for sure. I hope he does. I know he's
Yeah.
from Europe, so I don't know if he's staying here. Um,
He just
he was,
tightened up on them hamstrings to
yeah,
match that back more like that front. This most muscular is
damn.
bananas.
Look at the legs, man.
Shit. The
Very well
abs
proportioned.
and
Yeah,
biceps and everything is just phenomenal.
yeah. This guy is a threat. He's got a
If he
lot.
stay focused and stay in it, he's going to be being talked about for quite some time as
Yeah,
one of the up and coming threats.
yes,
Um, you know, that back, he has
it's there.
dense muscle all the way down to the lower half, which is hard for most bodybuilders to
Yeah.
grow and have and all that. He has it. You put that back on beef stew,
Well, that's what I was about to say. You read
beef
my
is
mind.
unstoppable if you put that back on him.
Because this is what I'm talking about. This is the detail in the back, the deep
Yeah.
cuts in the back where beef stew was more like a flat board. It was just kind of
Yeah, he still have to develop the actual muscle in
yes.
those areas.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to do a lot of rows and barbell rows and dumbbell rows and T-bar rows. You have to do a lot of rows
Yeah.
for that,
So
not pull down,
I could have
actual rows.
I could have had Christian in fourth. I wouldn't be. I don't think I'd be shocked
Yeah,
if he.
like they could have swapped and it wouldn't have been an
Mhm.
argument. Let's see
No,
that abdominals.
he wasn't really hitting it all the way here, but yeah,
Nah, but
um,
it still look good
great
though.
abs. Better than Beef Stew's abs. Beef Stew's kind of got a funky little bit of
Still don't really
abs.
have them.
Yeah, so he beats him in some poses, in my opinion. I think this guy
Yeah,
looks great,
he's
man.
he challenged him. I would like to see them both side by side to actually get a
Yeah,
really clear view. But
yeah,
this guy
wicked.
is going to be a problem too. Like, man, it's a see, and for people to think that I'm really expecting to be at the top of the top, and we have these type of young
Yeah,
bulls coming through, they got to be crazy.
yeah. This is you got some great freaks out here. Then let's go. So Quinton actually got sixth, not seventh,
Yeah,
and
I was blown away that he got six because he wasn't in the lineup for the top six.
yeah,
He was in the second call out.
Quinton. So Quinton's already been posting some videos and some photos of him now, 15 pounds heavier, filled in, and you know, let's look at his actually his video that they posted just recently here.
Yeah, and I was about to touch on that. I think they
Where is it?
shouldn't have sucked him down
There.
too much because he was going to stay conditioned regardless. Because if you suck him down too much, his legs depletes.
Yeah, yeah, man. I think they know what they did wrong. Obviously, they went too far down with him
Yeah,
to get that conditioning. He was razor sharp,
yeah,
but he was kind of flat in that sense where when he
yeah.
flexes his chest, especially in the front lat, or you're going to see here, he's going to hit some other front shots where he flexes his chest and nothing really happens. The glutes and hamstrings peeled, dug out.
His
Um,
hamstrings actually look amazing
but
from what we've
pause.
been seeing in his updates.
There's a big gap.
Yeah, he need abductors
Compare that to Nick
because
Walker.
they
If you think he's going
short.
to beat Nick Walker with them
Nah,
hamstrings, and Nick, no, like
no.
he ain't there
I
yet.
said that on the menace is not going to happen.
Yeah.
There's not too many going to get in that area and beat Nick.
No, who was it? Was it Dave Palumbo that says I think, or no, Bob Chick was I think said that I think Quinton's going to win the New York
Yeah, it was
Promotions.
Bob because Dave Palumbo always ride with Nick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Dave at after prejudging says he thinks Martin's going to win. He even said that. There's a video out there of him saying that. Him and
Yeah, I
Aceto.
seen
Yeah,
that. And then he
yeah.
doubled back and
Then he
said,
came back
but he
after. Yeah,
still bet on Nick.
yeah, yeah.
This is my thing about Quinton is he remember I said they don't have no one to compare him to.
Hmm.
He's too tall. So I knew it was gonna be an uphill battle for him just because you can't compare somebody with this physique amongst 5'7" on down guys,
Yeah.
because he's 6'1", like 6'2", and it's like
So there.
he got to pick his shows based off of if it's going to be at least 5'10" on up guy in that show so they can
Yeah.
put him next to
Well,
him.
you see here, he's flexing that chest. No, it's not
And
popping
there's
because he's
nothing
flat.
going on. And we seen something going on this whole
Mhm.
time he was
Exactly. His
getting
chest looks
trained.
really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just flat.
If you go to Quinton now,
Yeah, Quinton just
he just
flat.
posted and look at how round his chest is now.
Yeah,
15
and look how
pounds,
full his legs are right now.
right?
His
And they
legs are full.
look at the chest squeeze. That's
And he's super
fullness,
conditioned still.
right?
He could have went on stage like this
Yeah.
without a diuretic, just some
Yeah.
tan and
Look at the chest
oil.
flex. There it is now. It wasn't doing it in the front lat before.
Yeah.
So this is how you fill up your muscles, guys. This is that I don't know why they brought them down so far, but the body is a unique thing where you can just fill it up and keep that conditioning. And man, it
Yeah.
makes your body look like a different human being. And that's now what he's starting to look like. That's much better.
Quinton might do the cow.
He's doing Toronto. He's
Oh,
doing
he's doing
Toronto.
Toronto.
Yeah. Yeah. He's there. So he's just going to do it. It's in his
Okay.
backyard. Yeah. So yeah, he I don't count Quinton out, right? He may be able to win one of these shows out there or come close, depending on what the lineup is, right? If
Yeah.
you have like Mac was saying, if it's a shorter, 5'6", 5'5" guys that are all, which it was, all the top
Yeah.
four were all, and top five was all 5'6" guys,
Yeah.
my height guys, right?
It wasn't a show for him.
So
you know.
he
But
was the odd
like
man out.
Quinton just got to come in full, like he's conditioned.
See, look at the
Like,
chest now. Look how flat that is compared to what
yeah,
we just saw.
it's flat. He was flat. Um, he had to spread his quads and bend extremely a lot to make the illusion like they were fuller when he didn't have to do that if he was full.
No, he was ready. He was ready, in my opinion, when they were posting the 2 weeks out photos
Oh,
and he
I
was
was about to
big and
say
full.
2 weeks out, he was ready.
Yeah. So it's just, I don't know why. Like Matt Jensen's a good coach. So it was just interesting to see like if this version, yeah, he's not as
Yeah,
sharp in the legs here. It's starting to come. So I see why they had to bring him down a little bit. This was 2 weeks
yeah,
ago posted. So this is him 2 weeks out. Yeah,
yeah,
much bigger.
yeah.
So hopefully Quinton can make a good comeback here this
I
year and
wonder
kind of,
where his weight was because he was
yeah.
265 and 270 3 weeks out. So coming, he came as hard as he came down. He probably was like in his high 250s
Mhm.
with his height, and that was not good.
Yeah, I guess they're learning. This was his first show back after 2 years. So Matt was like, okay, let's bring him
Mm,
in really tight, peeled. That didn't work. Now they're gonna have to come out. They're bringing him really fucking full,
yeah,
and they will do that. They'll do that. He'll look different on stage. I think. Bringing the like, look at the legs. Everything looks bigger here. That's why we
yeah.
were
He
so
has
hyped up.
abductors.
Yeah. So I hope he does a back double. No, he doesn't. He didn't post a lot of back doubles with these updates. So
No,
maybe there was a reason why he wasn't posting the back doubles. Um, so
like
that's yeah.
yeah,
So
he did good to get six still amongst all those other
yeah,
short guys.
yeah.
Like I seen a post, he didn't want to hear nothing from anybody, no encouraging words, no nobody, only his coach he cared to hear something from. So he's
Mhm.
definitely in the funk right now. Um,
Yeah.
People need to just go ahead and respect it because he really put a lot into it, and he
Mhm.
shouldn't he
He
shouldn't feel
did.
down.
That's the thing too. You just reminded me when he was on my show. He's like, I've been prepping since December.
Yeah,
Like, damn,
he
that's a
put a lot
long
into it.
time.
He put a lot into it, you know.
Yeah.
So
So don't
I
count
can
out.
understand his frustration.
Yeah. This guy, Tim, let's go to the video. When I saw the Gilco video of Tim, oh, shit, Gilco, I was like, damn, this guy's peaked perfectly. Like this guy, this is how you peak for a show.
Yeah,
Just
but how
unbelievable.
tall is he? Like 5'4"?
No. He's taller. He's a little taller. He's like 5'8" or
Oh,
9" or something.
oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Like this is the back, the hamstrings, the glutes, like perfectly peaked. Just doesn't have the genetic structure.
Right.
Look at the glutes.
Yeah.
Jeez. Very lean, very dry.
Transitions really good.
Yeah. The chest, striated, abs.
Abs.
Damn.
Yeah. What place did he get?
Seventh, right behind Quinton.
Wow.
Yeah, right behind
Wow.
Quinton. So this guy is, this structurally, like, it's the front double bicep that is what hurts him. I didn't show it in here, unfortunately. It was a front lat spread. That's kind of where he loses it a little bit, is that
Yeah.
waist.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
extremely wide. It's blocky.
And then we rounded out with Angel, I think. Yeah, he's in eighth. Again, the waistline you can see right there.
Yeah. It's too
Yeah.
big for to be a short guy.
Yeah, and then when you're short, that doesn't help. It doesn't look bad there.
Yeah, because
Uh,
elongating.
yeah, biceps could use a little work,
Yeah.
but
Any
conditioning was on.
questions from the viewers? Because
Uh
we going to different
well,
people's.
What was the problem with Andrew? He's in off season. People are talking about that still. He's in the off
Oh,
season. What does it matter how heavy he is? So this to me, off
don't
season
even
is
no, Tony.
like
We did a whole video, man. Don't
yeah,
do it. Don't do
to me, yeah, to me, off season
it.
is like
Let them have that
deeper
in the
into the
comments.
deeper, like 25, 26 weeks out from your show. That's off season, not 11 weeks out
Yeah,
from the show. You're prepping now. You're prepping for your show. You're not
yeah,
off season. So quit using the term off season when you're 11 weeks out from the show. Are you off season when you're 8 weeks out from a show? When does it stop? Is there a
yeah.
threshold? Is it eight? Is it six? Is it four? When are you off season? When does the off season stop?
Man,
Stop using
man.
the excuse of off season when you're 11 weeks out. Okay, enough of that, guys.
Off
Okay,
season stops at 16
yeah,
to
20,
12
16
weeks.
weeks. That's you're still off season in that range. But anything beyond under 12 weeks, man, you're fucking prep mode. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Shit, you're not deep into off season mode here, guys. Come on, you know.
Gonna
So
be
let's
off
stop with
season
that.
into 3 weeks out.
3 weeks out. No, wait, he's still off season. It's 3 weeks out. Don't worry, he'll bring it together, he'll get it together. No excuses, man. We all know. So Mac truck, we gotta take a look at the physique here before we wrap up.
Okay,
And so let's go back here.
let's go
Screen
ahead
share.
and tear my black ass
Yeah,
apart.
let's just go to show the viewers how Mac is looking here. This is 8 weeks out. Do you know your weight?
Nah, I know um I'm like, well, I came down a lot. I'm like mid 250s right now
Mm.
because I did 2 days of low carbs to try to just see some things, but I need to keep them carbs in. Yeah, this was like after like 2 days of putting the carbs back in, so I'm I'm up in there.
Can I move that thing out of the way? Um, so front double bicep. So the lats, obviously this is your first show. This is your first year back. If you're going to keep competing, and you're going to, if I'm saying, hey Mac, what do you need to improve? The flare of the lats
Mm-hmm.
more.
Most definitely.
And the body parts are there. You have the biceps, the quads are there too for your structure. They don't look small for your upper body. They match with your upper body. So I don't need to say your quads need to get bigger. I think just overall you just need to put on more size, which you can
Yeah.
do, and you're good there. Conditioning for 8 weeks out is good, and we know how fast you're going to tighten up here. Okay, I can move that. Okay, get that out the way. Okay, we missed that.
Yeah, you peeling out.
Front lat spread. We got to pause this there. Front lat spread again. See the lat flare is what we would want
Need
to see
more
a little.
front thickness.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, the quads are good, and they're already starting to get separated. What are they saying? Some questions here. So, who's coaching Mac? Himself. You're coaching yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
There's a question from the chat here. Wider lats and fuller chest is what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Question here. What do you think about 212? Will Keon keep the crown, or is Sean regaining his title?
It's gonna be a battle between both of them.
Yeah. Agreed. Sean Clarita's, you see how he's training right now, man. He's fucking pissed off that he lost, and he's coming with a vengeance. Side chest, good. I almost want to, you were in the other lighting before. Remember when you went,
That's why I sent you the video today. I sent you one with that lighting.
isn't the same
No,
one?
the
You made the
lighting is
same.
different. The lighting
Okay.
show more of the actual detail. That's why I sent you that one.
I think you sent me the same one because you make a gesture with your head, you look to the side, and it was the same thing. So I think
Yeah,
it's
I do
maybe,
the same shit. It's
yeah.
just the lighting. I had to
Okay.
move the lighting around.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so the
So
other video shows the vascularity in the quads and
okay,
more of the
it's there. I
separation.
know it's there. Yeah. Side tricep. It's good. Again, you can rotate your other shoulder
Let him go a
more,
little bit.
just a little bit. That's it. But this is good. And, you
No,
know, shoulders,
let it run a little bit because I still twist a little more with an angle. Let's see.
so the other way, yeah. So you want to come
Yeah. So
more
I
that
gotta
way?
twist.
Just a
I
little
gotta
bit?
bring that left more around.
Yeah.
The left side more around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And then again, hamstrings and glutes, you know, I'm going to be a stickler for that. I think you could get your legs a little wider apart,
Yeah.
just a little bit, an inch
Okay.
maybe, and just to give it a more of an X frame look.
Meaning kick the right
The right, the one that you do,
over
the
a little
kickstand
more.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, kick it over a little more,
Yeah.
not back. Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit of wider. So you take up more space. That's what Tyler Manuel he says he wants you to take up more space in that pose.
Okay.
So that means more width. Ab and thigh is good. If you can crunch down on one of the quads, like Martin Fitzwater does at the end of the pose, he like crunches
Yeah,
down. You can
I
see the
gotta
quads.
push the hips back more in order to
Yes.
get the
Yeah. Yeah.
line. Yeah.
I like the most muscular on you. And then, yeah, you're hitting the quads okay there. You just flex them more so you can see because otherwise you might forget to flex, tense the quads. But to me, you've tightened up. This was good too. You could see the cross striations in your chest already. Right. So, and the most muscular. Good. So you're tightening up, you're getting leaner, you're maintaining your size. So I'm impressed. I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Obviously, you need to be bigger, right? People are, you know,
Yeah,
people are
because
saying
my
online, "Oh, you're
height.
gonna beat Stan." Like, no, I don't think at this point you can beat Stan. I'm gonna be honest. He's been doing this a lot harder than you have, right? If you were
Mhm.
going as hard as Stan was, sure, okay, but you're not.
Right.
You can't apples and oranges. It's not. You're not pound for pound, day for day training as hard as Stan has been training. But
Right.
the fact that you have as much size as he does, for the most part, is pretty crazy to think the genetics that you have.
Right.
So I hope you get a chance to stand next to Stan on the
Hell yeah. I
stage.
just like even if I get on a stage with him with our lineup, our numbers being close to where we can do the
Yeah,
quarter turns and all that, I feel like I accomplished my shit. Cause I gotta see, I just want to get on stage with some of these guys that's doing
to
their
see.
shit, you
Yes.
know. Like my highlight of getting my ass kicked at the cow was I got my ass kicked by some of the great dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And stood next to these guys and didn't look like an NPC bodybuilder, you know.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just bringing up this question. You guys are making this too easy. Let me just share this first before I do that. Read
Okay.
that. Okay. You guys are making this too easy for me. Martin doesn't have to control his stomach because he has none. He was the most complete total package on stage. Nick is a freak. That's it. We never
Who
said
said
Martin
he
had
had
the,
to control his
yeah,
stomach?
we never said that. Um, he's got a ton of muscle on the back, says to you, Mac Truck. Mike Bell's
Oh,
Fitness says that. Um,
appreciate it.
and then Franco says, not even the bro gets a pass from Matt's honesty. No, that's what
Hell
Max.
no.
Fuck. Yeah, I can't just be like, you know what, Mac, you know, you look good, man. You're gonna kill it on the stage. No, I'm gonna say,
No, that listen, our agreement before I, because remember I said I look like shit on pictures and videos. So I said if I start sending them in, you got to agree to give it to me gun barrel straight.
yes,
So yeah, hell
that's
no,
it.
I'm not safe. See, who wouldn't want to stand next to this?
Yeah,
That's why
man.
I'm
Like,
like for for Christopher to be trying to create this narrative that I'm out the aim for Stan is like bullshit. And I hate the fact that I can feel that Stan fell for it
mhm.
because it's like, dude, we got years of knowing each other's and we never had bumped heads, not once,
No,
not
no,
once, you know. And for him to be getting sucked into some bull crap, really, like, dude, I want to stand next to this motherfucker.
yeah,
I've been knowing him since he was doing
Stan's a great
physique.
guy. He's a great guy.
Even
There's
doing
nothing.
physique, I watched him go from being a small person to a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Sean Roden kept me up to date when he hit 240 for the first time, lean, getting ready for the stage. So it's like I always, um, I always had a special interest in him. And
Yeah,
I
man.
found out he was doing that show. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to do that show too then. And
Yeah.
he has a coach. I don't. So I want to see how good your coach is. I see
Mhm.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, we're not saying Mack Truck has never said I think I'm going to beat Stan. He just wants to stand next to him and see how he compares to Stan, right? And get up on that stage and enjoy himself for one.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're doing it, you're 45, right? To
Right.
Stan's what? I don't know how old Stan is. I think he's in his 30s, if I'm not mistaken. And it is what it is. Again, Mack Truck has not been putting in the work that Stan has to this point. Okay, he competed last year, did very well, competed
Year
multiple
before,
shows the
was
year
getting
before.
ready still.
Stan has not have his foot off the gas. Mack Truck did, right? And so the fact that Mack Truck's going to have the ability to go compete on the pro stage was awesome feat in itself, and be at the Van Pro. I think it's going to be a great time, and you're going to just come in peeled. You're not trying to come in massive. We're just come in shape. That's what the judge wants to see. As long as this guy did the work to come in shape, job done. That's all you can do. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
So we're right at 56 minutes. We promise we keep it in an hour here. So
Yeah.
you know what, man,
Let
you're
me
doing your thing.
see the one second row on the far right. Yeah, with both of them two flexing. Yeah, with his before and after. See, look, come on now. He can have
Mhm.
long fucking femurs just like me. He have a
Mhm.
long torso like me. He like is in his frame is close to mine. I just have a smaller waist. Why wouldn't I want to stand next to that?
Mhm.
Like they're
Exactly.
crazy. I'm liable to grow my beard back just so I could be the black version. Like they
You
don't
guys
knock
do
it
have
out.
similar physiques. You actually do have similar physiques. It's funny.
So that's why I'm like, because most of the time I don't get on stage with peoples that I could compare to.
Mhm.
You
No.
see what I'm saying? When I
Yeah.
won, I ain't win next to somebody I could compare to when I turned pro.
Yeah.
So
And
it's like I have to go there not knowing who gonna be in it. And like I said with Quinton, he got to pick his shows based off of
mhm.
those that's gonna be in it that he can be compared to.
Yeah.
I'd rather be compared to Stan than a 5'6", 5'7" guy, 5'8" guy, and 5'11". You're like, really?
Yeah. You posted this one was good
Yeah,
too.
click
This
on
one
that one.
showed this one you look different in this one. It's like you look more vascular because the lighting's different.
Yeah,
Look at the
and
hardness
then the
there.
one above it, click on that one because that's the
Yeah.
same one, but it has.
For this.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
this
click
one.
on that. No, no, no. Oh yeah, that's the same.
That same one. This one?
Now, yeah, click on that one. This the one when I was telling you that the lighting.
Ah, okay.
See, I put my light. I had the lights on the top lit up as well because I didn't have that lit up at first.
There we go. I can see the vascular now in the quads.
Yeah, because remember I told you I look like shit on video and camera.
Mm.
Like Chris creating so much bullshit. I wanted to ride up to Vegas just to bang out weight with Stan, but I don't know how he gonna, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, be towards me. So I'm like, fuck it.
I don't think
Because
there's
this,
anything between you and Stan. I don't think there's anything there. It's
nah, I'm
just,
gonna have to hit Stan up
yeah. Stan's a good guy, man.
because
There's nothing, you know.
because every time we see each other's is, oh man, I love you, bro. I love you. Is genuine.
Yeah.
So for someone to create a narrative like I'm just out thinking I'm better than him, I don't think I'm better than no
No,
one, first off.
no, no. The talking is done on stage, basically. So there's no need to say, I'm gonna beat this guy, I'm gonna beat that guy. Unless you've been beating guys before on stage, then you can kind of be like Nick Walker and be like, I'm gonna win
Yeah.
this fucking show. But
I'm on the bottom of the pros. I was at the
yeah,
top of the NPC, so I could say shit like that.
yeah.
Now I can't.
Now you got to start from zero again. You could go into doing a pro show after 2 years, so you got to work your way up.
Yeah.
But you coming in, man. Just keep. What are you taking right now? Again, you're taking Sust.
Right now, I'm on SUS, EQ, um, SUS, EQ, Train A, Mass P, and Mass P, SUS. Yeah, 4 different things. I'm trying to make sure I named everything. You know,
Winstrol? Did you say Winstrol?
no, I'm not on Winstrol yet. I'm gonna
I
start
would, yeah,
Winstrol
I would get that going.
7.
Okay,
Right when I hit 7, I'm gonna start the oil based Winstrol.
okay, and then Anavar.
VAR, I'm gonna start VAR as well.
Yeah. Okay, and then
Then I'm gonna
Primobolan.
start Proviron,
Okay.
and I'm gonna bump up the Masteron, and then I'm gonna bring in my Arimidex point
Yeah.
0.5 twice a week. I'm gonna bring those in too because I don't have any AIs in my
Do you
none right
take
now.
do you take Clen or are you afraid to take it?
No, I'm not taking Clan at all right now. Like I just got
Clen
to
is
be
like to
careful.
me, Clen is like the wonder drug. It's like it's I know it's not necessarily like a steroid, but the protein synthesis you get from it, it like makes everything you're taking work better. It's
Yeah,
so
it just I have to be careful because my metabolism is already fast as shit to where that
yeah,
I gotta be careful. I gotta bring certain things in like last 4 weeks type stuff
yeah, yeah.
because
You
it'll
could, yeah,
speed up and
yeah,
I'll eat away the muscle and next thing you know I'm like 225 on stage.
yeah. Okay. You know your body, but I don't know your body like you do. So I'm just to take your opinion for it and
But
your
I
word for it.
definitely gonna add clean into it.
Okay.
Yeah, clean's definitely gonna be in there. I just can't do T3 at all.
No, you don't need
Dex don't even do it because I was panicking. I lost about 9 pounds overnight, and it was because of the T3. I reached out to Dex. He was like, "What are you taking?" I said, "Playing in T3 right now." He like, "Dude, you know you can't take T3. I
you're
can't
already
even
quick.
take that. You ate your muscle up." So then I reached out to Psycho,
Mhm.
and I told Psycho. So he was like, "Dude, you're gonna have to start doing 3 donuts in the morning and take your insulin." Because I
Mhm.
started taking insulin with Rich Piana. He taught me how to do the insulin.
Mhm.
But Psycho told me I got to run my insulin and add in the 3 plain donuts in the morning in a shake. So I did that. And that's when I did the Lufarigno. And when I did the Lufarigno, my intestines came out in my groin because I used to pose too long, too much for years. Never gave my body a break
Mhm.
for about 18 years straight. And that competition when my intestines came out through my groin, it was prejudging, but I muscled up and did the finals. I wound up taking 4th, which I felt like I deserved dead last because I wasn't able to really hold my poses like I wanted to,
Yeah.
you
Jeez.
know. So, um, and look, like right now, I'm still giving this dickhead credit for helping me when I lost that
Yeah,
weight
man. Like,
overnight.
yeah, he it was just so Chris Lewis knows he stepped in it. He made a post I think this morning on a live stream again, and said I throw in the white flag. I give in. They did what they needed to do, and I'm done with this. And I should know better. And he should know better. 57
Yeah,
years old, you should know better, man. Like, come on.
right.
So it is what it is. I'm going to leave it. Hopefully, he leaves it alone, and we can all learn something from it, and keep a
Right.
positive spin on it. That's it, man. Positivity. I don't want no hate or drama. I don't hate anyone in this industry, for the most
Yeah.
part, and it is what it is. So, yeah. So excited for Mac Truck and the prep. It's you're tightening up. We're all getting to witness it here together. See your improvements. Get to know exactly what you're doing, what you're taking, and you're not even you're getting the hardeners are coming up next. The Winstrolls, the
Yeah.
Anavar,
Yeah.
um, the Primobolan, Proviron. So get that the EQ. I don't know if you need to keep the EQ in for much longer.
Nah, EQ, this is like the last few days with that EQ, not for the I can't run EQ past 7 weeks because then that's just a waste of fucking time.
Mhm.
Like
And
that, yeah. Because I even pulled the deck out. The only time I'll take like maybe a CC or a half a CC a deck if I start
mhm.
feeling irritation in my knees. Other than
Yeah,
that, my knees been good. I haven't taken DECA in a couple of weeks, so I have no reason to add it in there because
no,
my knees are pretty good. I trained legs today, I was able to get all of my slow reps um, sets in and everything, and pushed it and got up out of there.
What about anadrols?
I have those. I'll start taking those this week
Okay.
by
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Did you ever
And the
take them?
anadrol is going to help me dry out more, plus keep my
Mhm,
muscle
mhm.
and a little more. So yeah, I like anadrols for a hardener as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken Tyrannobol?
No,
No. Okay.
no.
Yeah.
I've been debating on if I was going to try, but I said I didn't want to try it for this competition since I
Mm.
never tried it.
Yeah. Yep.
I was like, I'm gonna get through this one and then
Mhm.
pick another competition. I'm gonna maybe step on the stage with Andrew Jack at the fucking
Texas.
Texas. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just want to step on stage with these guys, dude.
Oh,
You know,
fuck, man. That's like it's and you get to be backstage. You're with like
yeah,
it's fucking experience, man. Like,
yeah. I just want to, because I've been going in the Olympia backstage since I was an NPC bodybuilder. You know,
mhm,
I like they all knew, like the security guards and everything. Everybody always knew me as Dexter, younger brother. Dexter could vouch for this and say
mhm.
that I've been up back there while he just walked off stage. He like, damn, little bro, what you doing back here? I'm like, shit. I told him that
Yeah.
somebody came and told me that my brother is having uh 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 uh, uh like he was cramping up or something. So
Mhm.
me and my entourage got there, and they was like, no, this Dexter little brother let him up in here. I went back there. Mom's was back there already. He was perfectly fine, fucking eating, chewing, eating on something. He was down the stage eating on something. So it's like,
Yeah.
that's why this whole it smells circle. Like I've been in
Yeah.
that as an NPC bodybuilder. Like in bodybuilding, I'm respected.
Yeah.
In social media with everybody, they don't like me. They talk crap. I don't care
Yeah.
because I talk my crap back. But just to try to make it seem like we're talking out the side of my neck and don't know anything, like you put on shows, your own money.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It's like we have the background, we have the experience, we have the connections, and we're still building the connections based off of respect. And I feel like we not trying to tear at anybody's character. Like right now, I'm posting myself on here. I can't stand next to none of these guys we critiquing.
Mhm.
But just because I can't stand next to them, don't think I don't have the experience and knowledge to where I can't see things for what it is and critique it, because I have it. Had
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to really take this sport serious and had the support, would I been one of the top? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the proof is in the pudding. You can see it on a 45-year-old man's body. I don't look
Mhm.
45. My body don't show signs of 45,
No.
and I'm blessed to be able to go through a lifestyle of being raised in the freaking ghetto, gang banging and everything, and able
Mhm.
to still be respected in the communities and other people communities and still be able to do this. Because this sport is why the peoples in the communities of the ghettos and all of that have
Mhm.
so much love for me, because I'm doing what we was raised to do in the backyard.
Yeah.
Like we was top heavy, no legs. I did it on a different scale,
Yeah.
so it's a blessing to me. So I want to stand next to these guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to just be like a ass kisser in the pump up room talking about, oh, this is my friend. No, I want to say I stood next to this man on stage. With my kids, if they ever get into fitness and be like, Dad, did you know Ronnie Coleman? Did you know Jay Cutler? Yeah, I knew him, but I never stood next to them. So that's one thing that I wish I was in 8 times, because I wanted to stand next to them,
Yeah.
and display my hard work. My hard work for me, it might don't be the best for the judges to pick. Oh, well, but it still was my best for me.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Exactly.
ask for.
Yeah. So you're gonna get that opportunity to step on that stage and be the photos. Hopefully, Gil goes at some of these shows that you go to, so we can get that. That's gonna be fucking awesome to see.
Yeah, yeah,
It's gonna be cool, man. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks again for joining. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Please remember to
yeah.
like the video. Let's get the likes going up on these Mac shows. I get lots of likes when we do the live streams for the shows, but we got to get him up for the Matt Max shows. We're going to continue to bring you these updates. We may be switching the time that we come live. We may not be doing Sunday anymore. We're
Well,
trying
the
to
time and day.
time and date to get a little bit better, timing when there's more peak people on YouTube and it's a little more
Yeah.
active instead of doing it later at night like we've been doing it. So, or leave a
Yeah.
comment and give us your times that you'd like to see us come on. So as well, but we appreciate you guys and respect you guys joining us and taking the time. And at the end of the day, we had some, it was a little bit of a crazy week with the Chris Cycle Lewis, but looks like we've kind of all come around, and Chris has admitted that he kind of stepped in it. He said wave the white flag, and respect it and just be done with it. And we don't need. I don't hate Chris. Even when we're talking about him in the show, I was like, yeah, I have him on the show, man. Chris, cool. He's in the chat. There's
Right.
there's nothing there. He's just got so butt hurt over the Andrew thing, and it was just like he went. I think he realized he went way too far, and it made him look kind of stupid. And he's kind
Right.
of shit, man. What did I do? Damn. So it is what it is. Move on, and we'll see. Maybe things will come around full circle here with everyone. You never know. We leave the door open in that sense. So leave it there. All right, man. Okay, Matt. I'll see you on the next one.
All
Okay,
right, my
guys.
brother.
Take care.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
All
Yeah,
right.
my damn light died down. I ain't get the opportunity to charge it. It died last minute, which ain't too bad.